Welcome back. Now, our next guest has starred in some of the most seminal English drama series of the past 2 decades, from The Bill to Shameless to the current hit, The Bay.
Yes, he's about to appear on the Irish stage for the first time this week in All I See Is You as part of the 16th International Dublin Gay Theatre Festival. Ciaran Griffiths, you're very welcome to the show.
Thanks a million for having me.
Good morning.
Morning.
We know we have a nice guest, don't we, when we spend the entire break of
Chat.
Yes, we've just thrown 2,000 questions at you.
That's
now we're
right,
going to question you again.
Yeah, cool.
When I saw you walking in, think Shameless instantly.
Of course.
I just thought it was such a brilliant series and something that I don't think we'd necessarily seen something as raw as that before.
Yeah, it was quite groundbreaking, I think, when it first came out, because my mum phoned me up when I was living in London and she said to me, "Ciaran, have you seen this programme called Shameless?" I was like, "No." She said, "You have to watch it." And then a couple of years later, I got an audition for the role of Mickey, ended up in it. Yeah, so it was mad, really, because I was a big fan of the show.
Very open-minded.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, my granddad, he can't watch it. He never was allowed to watch it. You know.
No, because it is pretty out there.
Yeah,
isn't
big
it?
time. Yeah, some of the things you have to do, you think, "Wow, I can't believe I'm doing this."
But
Like, you know, but you have to do
an
it.
actor's life, forever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you know at the time when you were making it that it was going to be the phenomenon that it was?
Not really. You don't sort of realise, I don't think, at the time. It's only when you look back, isn't it, that you realise like how good them times were, and they were like the best times of my life, really, on that show. Such good crack and like laughing.
And brilliant characters, my goodness.
Yeah. I'm working with some real heavyweights as well, you know, like Threlfall, Sean Gilder. You know, it was amazing. And I made some friends for life on there, so...
James McAvoy.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
And Pauline McLynn was in it as well,
yes, she was, yeah.
And then, of course, you go and do another small thing, The Bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Another show.
Minor little show.
Yeah.
What's it like going on to work on a show like that in terms of the size of it? It was a machine at the time.
Yeah, and it's so fast as well. You don't realise how fast it is. You know, you don't get much time on sort of like, say, a soap or that sort of programme to rehearse. Shameless, you got a little bit more time, and like drama, you get a bit more time. But that's just like churn it out. But it's a great way to sort of learn your trade, I think.
Yeah, you learn
keeps
your
you on
craft.
your toes.
You've got to learn on your feet there, don't you? Ciaran Griffiths, bit of an Irish twang. I presume there's Irish connections.
Yeah, my mum's Galway. My dad's actually Welsh, but his family at McCarthy's. Well, he's born in Barry Island, you know, Gavin and Stacey. There's not. Yeah, I'm pure Celt, like, do you know what I mean?
And have you spent a lot of time in Ireland before, like as a kid or anything?
Yeah, mate, I remember coming over here on the boat. Like, I come, like, every year from being, like, a teacher, do you know what I mean? But I remember being on the 8-hour ferry from, like, Holyhead to Dunleary, sick as a dog. Me and my mum, like, in the bags.
Horrible. Yeah. Welcome to Ireland.
Yeah. So, no, I've been over here, like, pretty much
But you've never performed over here?
No.
And that's a new experience for you.
Yeah.
So tell us what you're doing and why you're here.
I'm doing a play for the International Gay Festival in Dublin. It's called All I See Is You. It's a roller coaster sort of love story that you don't often see told. It's set 50 years ago, based on real accounts. The writer Catherine Smith did a lot of like research for the piece, but it's a very moving piece. It'll make you sort of laugh in parts. It'll make you cry. It's a brutal story, to be honest with you. Very moving.
So it's an account of a love affair back in the 60s?
Yes.
But a real love affair?
Yeah, when loving somebody of the same sex was illegal. So, you know, it's
not
very
that it was
sad.
just frowned upon, like, it was illegal.
Yeah, it was illegal, like, and, you know, you could go to prison for it. You know, it's very, very touching story, really. But there's also a lot of laughs in it. It's not just doom and gloom, you know. It's sort of like you feel like you know the characters, I think, when you watch it, you know, and you're rooting for them.
Yes.
You know
so you were familiar with this story before the whole thing started?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. But I've never performed in Dublin, so all my cousins are going to come over from Galway.
That would be quite
They're going to watch it.
I'm
so
sure
I can't wait. Yeah.
And you'll go for a lovely cup of tea after the show.
Oh, yeah, you sure? Yeah, I'm the rest.
You sound, and I love that when you're talking to actors, that when you're talking about the play, you clearly connected with them too. You love the piece.
It's nice when they know actually what they're doing.
It does help.
You're familiar with it. It helps.
But was it a point then, Ciaran, when this play was brought to you and you read the script, did you know halfway through the script, I want to do this now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just, because some things you read, you don't really think. You think, it's okay. But this, I really wanted to be a part of it, you know, and do a good job of it and on it. So yeah,
when you
I'm
think
just
about it,
happy
like,
to be
it's not
involved.
100 years ago. This is the 60s we're talking
That's
about.
it, yeah.
It's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah, big time, yeah.
And how far we've come.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But it sounds like good theatre, which will bring you on this journey of laughter and sadness and all sorts of emotions.
And there's some great 60s music in it as well. So you get to see me dance around.
It's your 60s music.
I'll have to relay the stage when I finish with it. Like,
Now, come here, you're a Manchester boy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll ask you the question, are you a blue or a red son?
Red.
Good lad.
I have to say that now.
Our producer's a Liverpool fan. He's going to be in my ear any minute by now.
Any minute.
How do you think today is going to go?
Ah, mate, it's over, innit, you know.
Yeah,
It is,
it's over.
I
What
couldn't
a
believe
season.
it.
Have you accepted it?
We can console each other.
Do you know what? And even though, as much as I'm not fond of Liverpool, fair play to him the other night, you know, with Barcelona, because that was some comeback, that was, wasn't it?
Football.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about football.
No.
The play, when is the play on?
So it starts tomorrow. We're on all week, Monday to Saturday, at the Players Theatre, Trinity College.
Very good.
What a space to be in, Trinity College. Have you been there?
Oh, no, I've not been. I've got to go after it.
Yeah, you love it.
So.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
Something
indeed.
else that viewers from Virgin Media will catch in
Yeah.
is the Bay.
Yes.
Which finishes, I think, is it tonight or tomorrow night on Virgin?
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow
night.
night.
Will I tell you who did it?
No.
I'm joking.
Think about what
You
was
get
that
us
like?
all in trouble.
What was that like to shoot?
Yeah, it was good, mate. Yeah, I was just happy to be a part of it because I was actually doing a play in Manchester at the time. So when I got that role, it was really nice to just have a break, you know, during the daytime and go off and do that. And I've got a lot of friends who are in the. Oh, there they are.
Where did you shoot that?
Morecambe. Have you heard of Morecambe? It's like an
Yeah,
old
yeah.
seaside town
Yeah,
in the north of England. It's where the cockle. Do you remember all the cockle pickers got trapped that time?
That's
yeah,
right,
it's
yeah, on the beach, yeah.
It's a funny old little town.
Yeah, it's got an incredible history. Yeah. To shoot something like that, though, and you were doing a play at the time.
Yeah.
How difficult was that?
Yeah, it was a night. To be honest, it was nice to just have a little break and go and do something else. You know, I sort of. And I've got a lot of friends who are in the Bay, like Chanel, Hill Pearson.
Yeah.
So it was, and I knew a lot of the crew. You know, I've worked with them on Shameless. A lot of them worked on Shameless, and stuff like that. So it was just nice to have a breathe and be like, ah.
And do you find, Ciaran, you're at the stage in your career where you go from one project to the next and you don't necessarily have to go chasing it or putting yourself out there for the gig in the way you did, let's say, for Shameless?
Possibly, yeah, maybe, yeah. It's a little. I mean, the Bay. I got offered the part in the Bay, which was great. You know, I was very lucky to be offered that. But no, I still have to audition, do a lot of self-tapes. Yeah,
The chase is still on.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm always fascinated by Simon telling me how many auditions and self-taping
That you do.
that you all do, everybody, you know?
And sometimes they'll send you like a rake of words to learn. And you're like, can you have this in by like tomorrow, 12 o'clock? And you have to do it like,
and you're going, give us a minute.
Yeah, but it's funny, I was playing a dad in the Bay and I've never played a dad before. I don't have any kids.
How did you find that?
You know, not yet, like, so it was weird, yeah, really weird.
It's good practice.
Yeah. Well, I've not even got a dog, so, you know, I can barely
But it's
look
just
after
like
myself.
putting another coat on. It's just another level to the character. Isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To play a dad and you're not a dad.
Yeah. And it was. So I think I've turned that corner now where this is the way it's going to go, innit? I'm going to be like getting the older roles.
Yeah,
The
I
older
hear you,
roles,
brother.
yeah.
I hear you.
Unfortunately,
It's phenomenal how shows like that, those 3 and 4 part dramas, are huge at the minute. They get such a huge audience.
Yeah, well, I think.
And they create these water cooler moments in
and don't
offices
talk
all
about
over the place,
spoilers.
don't they?
Yeah, you're right, yeah. And I think they've just been commissioned to do another series of the Bay. Obviously, like a
Really?
different case.
Yes,
I won't be
yeah,
involved
yeah.
in that next time round, but it seemed to do
Or
really well.
maybe you will.
Maybe, exactly. Yeah.
You never know. Oh, yeah, that'd be all right,
To
yeah.
wait and see.
Spin-off.
Yeah, debate too.
Yeah,
This time
yeah,
it's
yeah.
serious.
So
Listen,
you have a hectic agenda while you're here in Dublin.
Yes, I do.
And you're going to enjoy yourself, I believe.
Yeah, I will do. I'll have to be careful because there's only 2 of us in the play, so I can't go
be
too
careful.
bonkers. Like,
Yeah, there's no hiding on stage.
But no, I've got a load of stuff booked in. I'm going to like Glasnevin, Kilmainham, you know, doing all my routes. I have to go and see all that. And then I'm sticking around. I'm not going to fly back with the rest of the cast. Well, there's only another lad in it, but I'm not going to go back because my cousin Teresa's getting married in Galway, so I'll be at an Irish wedding after
you're
that.
heading out west.
So I can't wait for that.
That's a nice way to wrap up your trip
Exactly,
in Ireland.
You're going to be here for about a month.
Yeah, so I don't know what state I'll be in when I get home, but
you
know,
need a rest,
Yeah,
son. You
exactly.
need a
Yeah,
rest.
we've got a few days off, so that's good.
Oh, well, it's been a pleasure, Ciaran.
Thanks a million for having me on. Yeah, thank you.
And listen, enjoy the experience of playing Dublin. You'll love it.
Yeah. So if you want any
Ciaran.
tickets, you know, go and book it now on the website, and I'll
Text
sort
you
you
later.
out. Yeah. All right, cool.
Well, listen, All I See Is You is running, as Ciaran said, at the Players Theatre in Trinity College from Dublin. To Saturday, go to gaytheatre.ie for more details. Best of luck with it.
Thanks a million.
Thanks, Ciaran. Now, coming up next, more styles if you're attending a wedding. See, you want to stick around and watch this?
And then have a beef taco.
See you in a few.